You're really old. How about them Cowboys?
What's going on, everybody? Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the Mailman, coming here late. This is 5 o'clock for me here on the East Coast, 2 o'clock on the West Coast. Joined by my partner in crime, Loyal Cowboy. He's helping me today as we discuss everything Cowboys and playoff football. What's going on, Loyal? How are you?
First of all, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a good
Happy
Christmas
New
and
Year.
start off the new year. You know, hopefully Dallas can get over that hump this year.
I'll tell you one thing, man. We got a break last week. It was a beautiful thing. Loyal, I know he was a little sketchy, like as far as like going on with the like broadcasting the Eagle game. He wasn't sold that they were going to lose. I told him. I said there was a decent chance they were losing. I just had that feeling. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my light here.
Yeah, we got a blessing from God, man. I mean,
that was beautiful. Beautiful
luckily Jerry Jones did the right thing, and hopefully that takes that bad karma off of us. You know, hopefully we can get over that hump now.
I haven't felt this good about everything that's happening with the Cowboys in a long time. It's just kind of like you said, there's that weight lifted with the Jimmy Johnson thing, and like a lot of people like laugh at that. You know, like it's nothing to laugh at. I mean,
I'm a true believer in karma.
It's a real deal. It's been a long time since we felt this good. Now, what does that mean? That means that we have a real good opportunity to have multiple home games in the playoffs, which we haven't lost a game in almost 2 years.
And my thing is, Mike McCarthy has done more in 3 years than what Jason Garrett's done in 10 years for us.
And and to look back of how many careers we've wasted with that. Tony Romo. Yeah. I mean, you can go on and on. I mean,
DeMarcus Ware, everybody.
DeMarcus Ware, that's a great one.
Marion Barber. I mean, they had a lot. We had a squad. I mean,
yep, I agree, man. And it's just very frustrating. But I don't like to look back, but that's a fact. Facts are facts. So, but real quick, let me get into the chat, and then we'll revert back around. Right now, we got So Over It, Brad Harris. What's up, Brad? Crystal Carmel Corn, JoJo's in the house. Mike Galdana, what up, Ronnie? What's up, Ronnie? How are you? Dave Thompson, David Bylear. What's up, David? Obviously, let's see who else. Lady Libra for life. What's up, Lady Libra? So Elena Walker. How are you, Elena? So it's a very exciting time, obviously, that we got going on. There's a lot of moves that are being made now, and I just want to first start off by saying Dalvin Cook has cleared waivers. Eastside's in the house. What's up, man? Dalvin Cook has cleared waivers, and surprise, surprise, Dallas Cowboys are actually interested. So, obviously, if he wants a lot of money, he probably won't be a Cowboy. But what do you think? What is your opinion on Dalvin Cook, Loyal?
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move for us, but, at the end of the day, it just depends on Cowboy. And, if he comes to Dallas,
help us. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. I mean, he would be more. He's a he's not what he was, but I mean, he would
He's
definitely help
not,
us.
but
He would take the load off Pollard.
either is Pollard. Pollard looks, now Pollard's last good game was against the left-hand up Commanders on Thanksgiving. So they're not a good team, people. The only thing that the Commanders have going for them is their two interior linemen, Allen and the other dude. So
they're in rebuild mode.
yeah.
I mean, I think they're locked in on that number 2 pick.
Yeah, and like David, he might be washed, and I'm fine either way. But if the coaches think he could help, what I don't want to have is a situation where what happened in San Fran last year, where Pollard got hurt, and we are looking at nobody. And we'll get into some of the other moves that were made. But
so Dave says he thinks it's a 1-game contract. Well, we need to make a push now. I mean, this playoffs, this is going to be hard as hell.
Yeah. You need to have ducks ready to go. You need to have people ready to go. That's why, and we'll get into it. Might as well get into it now. Just some roster additions. Now, first with Dalvin, obviously he wants to go to a winner. So he's looking at Baltimore, who could really use him. Wouldn't blame him. 49ers, I don't know how severe the McCaffrey calf is. If it's something they're worried about, look for him there. I mean, I know the risk get richer, but it's not really going to be about money. I mean, it's going to be for this playoff, and then he could try and re-sign somewhere next year. And the Cowboys. Those are the 3 teams. I was surprised when I heard the 49ers, but again, I'm not going to lose any sleep if we don't get them. But I like the idea of saying, okay, look where we're at. We're in position. We have home games. Mike McCarthy is very familiar with Dalvin Cook being in that same division. He may not be that player, but he can play. He get the ball in his hands, especially on our team where we're struggling a little bit in run blocking. He's good catching the ball. I think it's a no-brainer, but I'm okay with it either way. Just real quick, Dave Thompson's in the chat. Kiana Gibson. What's up, Kiana? I did see Coyote. How are you, Coyote? Lori Delph. How are you, Lori? It is a no-brainer, but I could see why people have issues. The one and only Ron, the Don Smith. What's up, Game Time, Brian, and go Cowboys. What's up, Ron? How are you? And I said East Side. So East Side, I think your game against the Indianapolis Colts is going to be exciting. I'm predicting the Colts win that one, but good luck to you, bro.
My thing is, I mean, with the whole Cook thing, every time there's a player that gets released, they always get linked to the Dallas Cowboys.
I know, but this
always
is a little different.
Shaq Leonard, I mean, I could go on and on about every time a player gets released, he should go to the Dallas Cowboys. So we don't know, has anybody even made contact with him, or is that just the media saying this, that,
They're actually saying, okay, I just got it. The Ravens are signing Dalvin Cook. So it's over.
Oh, Baltimore signed him?
Baltimore is signing 4-time Pro Bowler Dalvin Cook. Okay. I don't think Dallas was that in on him. But, it is what it is. Again, I trust Brian Broaddus. He says he's washed. Yet I was hearing that Dallas didn't make some roster additions and subtractions. First, let's get into the subtractions. Martavius Bryant was let go today.
That was a waste, man.
Yeah.
I mean, why sign him?
It was a kick the tires. It was a kick the tires, see if he can pick up any speed. He's been out of the NFL for 5 years. I mean, they brought him in. They wanted to practice him, see if they saw any major improvement that would lift him. What's up, Felix? Not to play, but to play over guys like Brooks and Tolbert and Gallup and all those guys. So if they're not going to just let a good guy with that kind of size go, so that's what they did. We let go a Tyron Johnson. We brought him in. He used to be with the Chargers. Offensive lineman Adam Pankey. Defensive tackle Prevalon, he was a D tackle. He's been a practice squatter. And Vaughn has an ankle injury. I'm not saying it's season-ending type, but they did move him to he misses 4 games. So Deuce Vaughn has now gone to the what do you call it? The list where you're out for 4 games. So Dalvin's gone. We can't get Dalvin, but we did re-sign La'el Collins. We signed Damian Wilson, which I'm excited about. Damian Wilson does play special teams. He's going to come in as the elder statesman in there. Not that he's going to necessarily play this week, but he'll be ready to go. We did sign a running back. Say Roderick Thompson, the big running back, and we signed a wide receiver, Racey McMath.
That's all I think we really need at running back. So we just need a power back.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
I think Pollard's more than capable of, west-east, going outside, catching little short passes. We need somebody that can pound it up the middle. That's what we need.
Yeah,
I think on our run game to help our run game out because every time they run Pollard up the middle, he loses a yard or they're ready for it. The defenses already know what we're going to do. So we need somebody in there that can plug the hole and get up the middle. Get us 4 or 5 yards to make it third instead of 3rd and 10, make it 3rd and short or whatever,
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Deuce Vaughn, just because he was put on IR doesn't mean that he wasn't a good pick. Yeah, he is dealing with an ankle, and
he's green.
He's green, and with our offensive line this year, he wasn't going to play much anyway. So Rico Dowdle's back. Don't forget we got Malik Davis, who they really like. Now we have Pollard, and how we use our running backs in the running game as of late. You got to look at it that way too. We use our running backs a lot. We use 88, and we use KaVontae Turpin. So it's not like. So I think that's fine. Dalvin Cook, I had a feeling he would go to Baltimore, and that's probably a smart move. So we'll see exactly what he has left. So I don't blame him from going to Baltimore. Baltimore probably gave him a little more money. Brad Harris, Game Time, is the new Cowboys number 3 receiver. No. He's a practice squad guy. That's all. I really love our young wide receivers. We haven't had many injuries on wide receivers. I love Brooks big time. So, and I don't like him on special teams, but I love Tolbert. I just think we're very, very deep at wide receiver. They're just young, and they were going to bring in Bryant, but he obviously didn't show that. He was on the street, people. It wasn't like they traded for him. He was on the street, and he didn't show enough. So I don't have a problem with that. Leonard Fournette on Bill's practice squad. Claim him.
That's all I was just getting to. It's his comment.
There you go. Go ahead. Let's hear what you
I wouldn't mind Leonard Fournette. I really wouldn't. He's what we need if we're going to run up the middle. He's a big physical guy, and he could get you about 4 or 5 yards. He's not consistent, but he can get you on those tough downs, especially if what Mike McCarthy wants to do is he wants to run the ball to open up the pass, and we've been lucky.
100%.
We've been very lucky. CeeDee Lamb has been doing his thing. Cooks has been doing his thing. Ferguson, but we still need, especially in the playoffs. We go up against a team, and I'm not going to jump ahead of ourselves, but let's just say we play the 49ers. Well, they love to blitz,
right.
So we need to get ready for games like that.
Yeah, and everybody said, oh, well, you're done against the Niners. Listen, man, we got to get to that point. I'm just excited that, listen, it's all in our own hands here. Everything is ready for us to go on and be successful. I'm telling you, people, I got a weird feeling. Don't laugh. I'm just saying here, amongst us friends here, I got a real exciting feeling. I said it early on in the year, but just how the last couple of weeks have calmed down with Jimmy going in at halftime, how the game turned out in Detroit, the Eagle game. They're falling apart, and I'm not making fun of it. It's just amazing. Everybody was anointing Eagles, and now it's like, oh, my God, their defense is like one of the worst, And it's like everything's going our way. If we win 2 games in a row, the Niners are going to have to beat somebody else and play a football game before they see us.
I'm going to make a prediction here, Game Time. But I was thinking about this real hard today.
Hold up. I got to play some breaking news or something. Let's see.
Okay.
What could I do? Gunshots. Big explosion. There it is. What's the prediction? Go ahead. No, I just exploded. It's like we're waiting on your.
So here's what I think's going to happen. I mean, we'll play Green Bay, and I think we'll finally get over the hump against Green Bay. I think the Rams are going to upset the Lions. I just got this feeling the Rams are going to upset the Lions. Eagles will beat Tampa Bay. So we'll end up playing the Eagles, and then the Rams will play the 49ers. So I think that, we'll beat the Eagles at home and then play the 49ers. That's why I think the NFC Championship is going to be. It's Dallas and San Fran.
Yeah, and I just have a weird feeling. I have a strange feeling that we're going to be coming in with all kind of momentum, and we're not going to be stopped this time. But we'll deal with that then. I think that the Niners could possibly be upset too. I just do. Sorry, I do. Don't ask me to analyze it because it doesn't make sense. I'm just telling you I've had that feeling for a little bit, whether it was going to be us or somebody else. Now I feel like, shit, we're sitting here. All we got to do is go into Washington on Sunday and kick ass, and all the momentum is with us. And if we don't do it, then we're going to lay into them because this was a ball teed nice and high for them to drive right down the fairway. And
So Ronnie says the Rams are going to upset San Fran.
I have there you go. I kind of like where Ronnie's at. Hey, Alina, how are you?
By the way, I don't think everybody. I say seen all the highs on there. How's everybody doing?
Yeah. Who we got? Thomas Garrett. What's up, man? You ready? Like when you heading to DC to hang out with Mark?
I wanted to go so bad, but man,
it's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun, but like I said, if I wasn't just off for 2 weeks, I'd be there. But unfortunately, I got to get back to work Monday morning bright and early, and I'm going to be. I just had decided to stream. I'm going to just stream all day. It's the last day. I'm going to stream at 1:00 through the Cowboy game. So we'll play it by ear after that. But I'm just and I'll obviously send Loyal the link. He can join whenever he wants. I don't know what prime time is doing, but it's just this is it. Obviously we got playoffs, but it's going to be some exciting games throughout the day to just talk about. So, and we'll after I talk about the Pro Bowl, we'll revisit this weekend's football and NFL and the key matchups. But let me rattle off the Pro Bowlers by the Cowboys. We got 7 Pro Bowlers. We'll talk about possible snubs. CeeDee Lamb, Loyal, has made the Pro Bowl for the 3rd time. So shout out to CeeDee. Brandon Aubrey, first time, obviously. He's a rook, but DaRon Bland, believe it or not, he didn't make the Pro Bowl last year. He only played in like 12 games. He had 5 interceptions, but he made his first Pro Bowl. Dak has made his 3rd Pro Bowl. Hold on. I felt it coming. Zach Martin. Zach Martin has made his 9th Pro Bowl. You talk about first ballot Hall of Famer. It's Zach Martin. Micah Parsons has made his 3rd Pro Bowl, and Brian Anger has made his 2nd Pro Bowl. So those are your Pro Bowlers. Any thoughts about any of those, Loyal?
I'm happy for him, but I'm not thinking about the Pro Bowl. I'm thinking about Super Bowl. I mean, but that's a good day. I mean, it tells me they had a good year. Dak kind of bounced back with all the haters saying, "Oh, he had all these picks last year," but this whole here we go thing is he's playing good. I mean, he had 300 yards against the Lions, who have a really good defense. They're probably one of the most underrated defenses in the league. I mean, they have a good defense, and he put up 300 yards against those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm happy for that aspect, but I don't want to see him play in the Pro Bowl. I want to see him play in the Super Bowl.
Surprising that CeeDee Lamb said he wants to be the highest paid receiver in the league after winning the Super Bowl. So they're all saying, obviously, Yeah, that's what they do. But they're all riding high right now. We'll see how they play on Sunday. Yeah. I think Thomas Garrett's in for a day at the neighborhood at the toilet bowl.
He'll be having some shoulders and having a good time.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, and the weather, I don't know about Washington D.C. They're calling for a nor'easter, but
Mark said it's supposed to be nice Sunday. He said it's supposed to get snow Saturday, but then Sunday is supposed to be nice and the high of 47.
Well, that's real good.
That's not too bad.
You can't get much better than that. Yeah, I agree, Ronnie. The Pro Bowl should be after the Super Bowl. Now, let me just real quick, there's all this talk. Dak made the Pro Bowl and Jalen Hurts didn't. Now, I'm on record. I like Jalen Hurts, but this is where I tell everybody it's a team game. But I think Dak's year is really being under talked about just because he's, as of right now, he's got 32 touchdowns and he's got 8 interceptions, 7 or 8. And just remember the offense prior to the bye week, which was week 5. Our offense was horrendous. We weren't doing nothing. What CeeDee Lamb has done, he's 60 some odd yards behind what's his name out in Miami.
You talking about
little guy, number 10.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I'm blacking out. Tyreek Hill. He's only 60 some yards away from Tyreek, and CD was off to a slow start. So 7 what, I think. Yeah, we got 7 Pro Bowlers. What's up, Mark Holmes? How are you, buddy? But I just wanted to reiterate to everybody who always likes to crap on Dak that it's a team game. But what Dak's doing this year, Loyal, it's different because he's doing it without a dominant running game, right? He's doing it with, you saw what happened against Detroit. He should have been, sacked in the end zone. And yet,
look at all the players that we lost. Everybody thought, oh, we're dead. We got rid of Schultz. We got rid of Zeke. We got rid of this guy. But we're still in the same. We're in a better position this year than we were last year. All we got to do is win Sunday, and we got the number 2 seed, and we win the NFC.
I got you. Yes.
And everyone, all the talking heads were saying, "Oh, the Eagles are going to win that division easily." Blah blah blah.
But just look at what Dak's had to deal with. He doesn't have. I would say Brandon Cooks, he's good in the red zone, but they still haven't gotten him involved as much as they probably should.
No, they haven't.
It's really CD. Jake Ferguson has had a better year, don't get me wrong, but now you see teams actually guarding him as a receiver, and he didn't catch but maybe 1 ball last game. The running game is non-existent. He's under a lot of pressure, so Dak's doing all this on his own, and you got to give him credit. And they're playing these zone type defenses. They're making him beat them, and he's doing it. So I think people who want to criticize have to step up. And Jalen Hurts, just because he didn't make the Pro Bowl, I still think he's a real good quarterback. But you see, now he still has his unbelievable offensive line, which is the only thing I'm very confused at, is that he's not having a good year stat-wise with that great offensive line. But when your defense, you're always behind the chains as of late, they're behind, their defense is getting gashed and is on the field a long time, and he's on the sideline. I guess that's it. I don't know. But real quick, Pro Bowl snubs for the Cowboys. Can you think of anybody who you think that should have made the Pro Bowl that I didn't rattle off? I have a list here, but
I would say Dalton Schultz, not Dalton Schultz, but
Jake Ferguson. Yeah, he's one. Jake
Ferguson. I'm not saying he's the best tight end in the league. He's behind obviously Dallas Goedert, but he's having a good year. He's having his best year, and I think he should have been in a Pro Bowl maybe as number 3 tight end. We said Bland's in there, so we already
Bland's in. Well, here's mine. I think Tyler Smith should have made the Pro Bowl, but I think that'll probably be next year. It's always like a year delayed, And my main guy, who I think should have made it, no, my main guy was Tyler, but I thought D-Law could. I just think he's such an impact player this year. He's played even better than I thought he would, being moved all up and down the line of scrimmage, just like Micah. I love when they do that. Micah's better when he's lined up over the center at times, like Tank. So those would be the three guys that I would think got snubbed, and I'm not upset. I just mean if you're going to pick somebody, I didn't look at the whole rosters. I'm just saying as a Cowboy fan, those are the three guys that I would say probably deserve to be on it. And who knows? You know how it works. Guys bail out of this all the time. They may end up being Pro Bowlers, but the initial roster, they are not on. Now, I'm with Loyal. I could care less if
all the Pro Bowl is flag football.
It is.
I want a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what I like about CeeDee Lamb. He's like, yeah, I want to be the highest paid receiver, but I also want to be a Super Bowl champion. So I love that. Now, there's one guy not on the Cowboys, and this is funny. If Thomas is still here or whoever else wanted him. This is a guy that I wanted yet again. We had a chance who wanted to come here yet again, and we didn't go out and get Bobby Wagner. And oh, by the way, he made a Pro Bowl this year. He made a Pro Bowl again, and he said he's definitely coming back next year. All he does is show up and play. He's hardly ever hurt, and he makes tackles, and he's very sound. Boy, couldn't we use that right now? So that's the only thing that upsets me when it comes to Cowboys, guys like Bobby Wagner not being brought on the team. It's like, dude, that was an easy one. The coach, Dan Quinn wanted him. I understand the first time, Loyal, that they didn't bring him because of the money, and it wasn't that much, but, I think that they should have brought it. Now, this past year, they could have brought him back again. He ended up going back to his hometown team. He's done now. He ain't ever leaving Seattle.
I was looking at something. West Coast Cowboy had actually posted something about they showed Overshown working out with the bands, practicing with bands. So, do you think there's a chance that maybe he comes in the playoffs?
I don't think so, but I don't know how that works, man. Bobby Wagner, the actor. I don't think so, Loyal, but I don't know about that. He did get hurt early. They'll probably be extra careful with him. That's my guess. That, like we saw Terrence Steele on the bands about this time too, and he obviously wasn't really ready to go. Ronnie, I hope Tank gets the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. I would love it. I just doubt it. I doubt that they'll give us back-to-back. I doubt that they'll give us back-to-back. Overshown's out for the year, right? You can't bring him back. Wasn't on original roster. Yeah, Laurie Delpit. Yeah, he's not eligible to come back, Loyal. So,
okay.
But that's it. It's a good thought, but I would be. I would be, ultra.
So do you think that Lyle Collins will be moved up to the 53-man roster?
Not this week. I think he actually might for the playoffs as a backup. I really do.
Him and Dak are close.
Yeah, they're tight. And Lyle, this is basically. Well, let me see here. I have it down here. I was looking it up earlier. There's a statement from Lyle. So let's see. News. Let's see. Lyle Collins reunion. Let's read it. I'll read it to you guys. Lyle Collins hits the reset button. Lyle Collins and the Dallas Cowboys have officially renewed their football vows. This is from Lyle. It was all Collins could do, from blinding every person who encountered him with his pearly white ear-to-ear grin. So he's ecstatic. Remember, he tore his ACL the beginning of last year, so he's been rehabbing. It's not like he wasn't playing. He couldn't play. But it's amazing. He said he feels great. He could have never have dreamed of it. I'm super excited and looking forward to the opportunity to just be a great leader, and whatever they need to me, I'll be there.
Collins, so where would you put him at if he was on the 53-man roster? Where would you put him at? Would you put him at right tackle where he's played before and maybe give Terrence Steele a break when he's tired to come in? Or where would you put him at?
Yeah, it's going to be at tackle, supposedly. But, I've been wrong all year with what they're planning on doing. But Dak is excited. Dak said it's great about the reunion. Just talking about friends away from here, a question mark. That's one of my guys. I think a lot of these guys are, but Lyle, he's always been that way. And the way the exact moment that Prescott turned to his right and realized Collins was standing only a few feet away, watching quietly while adorned with his aforementioned a gleeful smile. So this is truly a guy who's happy to be home. Listen, there was a lot that went down with Lyle. He come into a lot of money after that last contract. Yeah, I agree, Thomas. He's going to be the swing tackle. We need a little Lyle Collins swing. Is he perfect? No. He's better than what we got.
But Bass has been playing good, surprisingly.
Who?
Bass?
Yeah, oh yeah, I love TJ Bass. He's a guard.
I mean, he came in, and the Lions, they got a good defense. Like I said, they're probably one of the most underrated defenses, and he came in and he did his thing. So,
yeah. David, I said that earlier in the year. David said, I think our run game problem is coming from the new O-line coach. And I got some blowback when I said that, David, but I kind of said the same thing. Different philosophy. Older guy, I'm not too sold on him, but again, we shall see. We're still doing decent. I don't like some of the play calls, but Angelica said I put him anywhere on the line that he would kick someone's ass. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it.
100%. 100 fucking percent. I'm not joking.
Yeah, well, let me finish. Aforementioned gleeful smile as he gives me a wink, meaning he was winking at Dak when Dak was talking to the media. He's always been a friend. He's been a brother. Excited for him back. I know how much he wants this. Now, don't forget, just because Dallas did not get Dalvin Cook, who chose to go to Baltimore, we don't know that Dallas was really in on it. Hey, Ruben Walls, how are you? Hey, Jason Renfro, he went to the Baltimore Ravens.
What's up?
Don't forget, after this Sunday's game, Zeke may be let go by the New England Patriots. If you're asking me who fits better, give me Zeke over Dalvin every day and twice on Sunday.
But can you do that?
Yeah, he played this year. Yeah, so you could change.
So they could sign him for the playoffs.
Yes, they could. Because he was an active player, they would just have to make a corresponding move. Now, I don't know if they have a spot, but they could. But they would.
I mean, what number would he wear?
Who cares? 0. I don't know. Let's go through.
It'd be weird seeing Zeke in something else other than 15 or 21.
Yeah, but obviously it can't be either of that. It would have to be 0. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're not giving him 8. No. 9's gone. 10, 11. They're not giving him 12. 13's gone. 14. So 8. He could be 14, right? I don't think there's anybody that has 14. Maybe 16.
That would be funny seeing him in that, though.
You got 17 is Aubrey. 18 is Tolbert. 19? Is 19 available? I don't know. And I know Jalen Brooks is in the 80s. So then you're going into the 20s. So you got Pollard 20, 21. They're not giving him 22. They ain't giving him Emmett's number. 23's gone. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I think 29's gone. I'm not positive. So, yeah, I don't know. Who cares? Oh, Bell is 14. That's right. Marquise Bell. So it would have to be 0. Hey, I would like to see him as Agent 0. But he has to be released first. I'm just saying, not everybody jump off the ship, because Dalvin Cook, who hasn't done nothing all year. No, 15. Adrian is our third string quarterback.
Trey Lance. Yeah, but I don't think they'll sign him.
Hey, William Chilton, what's up, buddy? I think they would.
I don't see him signing Zeke.
I think they would.
You do? Okay.
But I don't know that he's going to be released, so it doesn't matter at this point. We don't need him. I'm just saying there's other options out there, but I don't think we would as it currently sits. But if somebody gets hurt this week, they would be in the market. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. But he was very excited to come back, and he just wants to win a Super Bowl, Lyle. He's made his money. He made it here. He made it with Cincinnati. He's got his guaranteed money. Is he a free agent, Thomas, after Sunday? I thought maybe he signed a multi-year. I don't know. I could be wrong with that. Zach Martin was at the Lyle Collins workout and was vice president of player personnel Will McClay, who personally called Collins to offer him a chance of coming home. I just told him, hey, let's make it happen. Let's go win this thing, said Collins. So Collins was on board the whole time. It's one of those rare situations where you can come home. Listen, these players have to go and make their money. He was all. It was something that happened. At the time he had made his money. He was getting. Remember, he had ballooned up in weight, and there were some issues there. He was a little immature. Well, he's got past that. So, bottom line is he's on the team. It's a hell of a piece to add before the playoffs. So I'm good, man. I'm good. So. Just looking at this week's matchups, though, Week 18 playoff picture scenarios. As of right now, Loyal, how it would work, and it's going to change. Okay, it was a one-year deal, Thomas. All right, cool. Baltimore would get the bye, so Dalvin's going to the team who's getting the bye. So you really can't blame that. Right now, it would be the Miami Dolphins playing the Indianapolis Colts. As of right now. Kansas City would host the Buffalo Bills. I like the Bills in that game. What do you think about that game?
Yeah.
Jacksonville would host the Cleveland Browns, and I like the
Browns on that one.
Yeah. So that's the AFC as it stands today. As the NFC, the Niners get the bye. They have some injuries. They don't know the status of McCaffrey. I know it's not season ending, but if it's he did pull a calf muscle. That's not good for a running back. That could go at any moment. Dallas would be the number 2 seed hosting the Packers. Detroit.
I like that.
Yeah. Detroit would be the 3 seed hosting the Rams.
I think the Rams would upset them, like I said earlier.
And Tampa would be the 4 hosting the Birds.
Eagles would win that.
Lovely? Maybe. The way their defense is. I don't know.
I think they know the writing's on the wall, so I think they'll bounce back. They know that. Which, hey, if they come back to Big D, I'm good with that. Yeah. We can play them again. And
well, looking at it, I don't know that it's going to be this way, but I think Green Bay could lose this week, but we'll see. I hope it's this way.
Could they play the Vikings? No, they just played the Vikings. They played the Bears, right?
Yeah, the Bears. That's it. Bears.
And the Bears, they already got they ain't got nothing really to play for. They already secured the number 1 seed, right?
But the Bears,
because they traded up with Carolina.
Yeah, so they're going to get the number 1 seed. They're going to be guns blazing trying to win the game. They're not going to get penalized because they don't have their own number 1. They get Carolina's. So, what's up, Rhonda Lovely? How are you? Everything all right?
I'm probably going to take James back to his hotel.
Oh, okay.
I might even take the sheet and come out that way.
Are you leaving right now?
Well, yeah.
All right. But yeah, so the Houston Texans, if they win at Indianapolis Saturday Night Football, then
they should be able to win that game.
They would slide in. I think Indy wins the game because if Indy wins, they're in. I just think that's a tough spot for Houston. I think Houston comes up a little short. I think that's a marquee game.
So what about the Buffalo-Miami game? The winner of that would get the number 2 seed, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. Buffalo might win that game.
Yeah, well, Buffalo, if they lose, they could potentially be out.
Yeah.
Houston,
I got Buffalo beating Miami.
Houston, Texas,
and Miami. They just lost. Who they lose? Chubb. He's out for the season.
Not Nick Chubb. A pass rusher.
One from Denver.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb.
Yep. Yeah, he's out for the season. So I see Buffalo winning that game.
What's up, Vinny Hagan? How are you? What's up, buddy?
What's up, Vinny?
Oh, yeah, I got somebody leaving. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Nice seeing you. But yeah,
a lot of things could happen because they're saying that for the Rams, they're going to they're going to let Matt Stafford rest, and they're going to put in Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Well, here's
what I'm hearing.
Like the Indianapolis Colts, all right? The matchup, they're home against Houston on Saturday night, okay? What's at stake? Indianapolis clinches the AFC South with a win, plus a Jacksonville loss or tie. So Jacksonville have to lose.
Who's Jacksonville play?
I'm not positive. Jacksonville.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, I have to bring it up. I have it here. I just got to bring it up. I was just looking at the scenarios. Let's see.
So they play Tampa. No, wait a minute. That's old.
Yeah, no, I have it right here. Jacksonville Jags are at the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
Right? Am I right with that? Let me see.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, they play the Titans.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how the Colts can clinch a playoff berth. So I'm trying to see. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're at Baltimore. They're going to beat Baltimore. Baltimore's sitting everybody. So Pittsburgh gets in with a win plus Baltimore loss. Pittsburgh win plus a Jacksonville loss. Pittsburgh win plus Houston or Indianapolis tie. There's a lot of ways, So Buffalo Bills, this is the key one. Buffalo will clinch the AFC East with a win. But if they lose, they could be out, depending on what happens with other teams. So, I kind of see Buffalo winning the game. But
yeah, I don't see them. I mean, especially with Miami losing Chubb. I mean,
wouldn't that be funny if Buffalo lost and didn't make the? Because I think Buffalo is a possible Super Bowl contender. Because I don't see Kansas City going.
I don't see Buffalo losing. I mean, they've had the Dolphins number, and they play them every year, so they know how to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy this weekend. I wish I had a Cowboys mic set up. There you go.
Oh, it's a Yeti mic, Rhonda. It's a Yeti mic. It's a good mic.
I got the Shure SM7B. It's the main.
Yeah, guy I used to work with. He does podcasts and stuff. He recommended this, so I got it.
Yeah, it's decent for the money. That's for sure. But actually, Mark Humm's in the house. He has what I want, and like I said, that's the Rodecaster Pro. It's like $699, but it's a soundboard, but it's everything. It's a freaking computer basically sitting on your desk, and I just would have to figure out how to move everything over to it and hook it all up. It's not, I'm not great with all that, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. What are you looking forward most about this weekend outside of the Cowboys? I mean,
Well, I want to see the Eagles play against the Giants. I mean, that would be icing on the cake if the Giants won, but I don't think the Giants are going to make it. But then again, you never know. There's a lot of good games that mean something. I mean, you got Buffalo, Miami. That'll be a good game. There's a lot of teams. Yeah. Pittsburgh, their game means something.
Is on Saturday
and
3:30.
And you got your wish, because I know a couple weeks ago you were saying that you were, upset because you thought that Dallas would be playing for nothing this week, but now they are.
That's what you want. But more importantly, you want everybody else to have to play. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like this taking time off to go into a playoff game. Let's not forget what happened. What's up, Bobby Murphy? Let's not forget what happened last year. You finished up in Washington, basically gave up at halftime when we realized the Eagles were blowing out whoever they were playing. I forget who they were playing. I think it might have been the Giants, but I'm not positive on that. They were blowing out.
I think it was the Giants.
Like whoever they were playing, they were blowing them out. And Dallas they crapped the bed in the second half and lost. But then we had to turn around because once that happened, we were locked in to playing at Tampa. We had to play at Tampa on Monday Night Football, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we had to go play the 49ers who, on short notice, on a Saturday. I believe it was a Saturday night. It might have been a Sunday night, but I thought, maybe Mark can help me out, I thought it was a Saturday night.
I'm not trying to get over confident or anything like that, but the last time the Dallas Cowboys had a number 2 seed, they won the Super Bowl. That was back in 1992-93 season when they won the Super Bowl, when they beat the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. I'm not saying that's going to be the case now, but I'm just throwing that out there. That's the last time we had the number 2 seed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love it. Did you hear Ravens side down with Cooks? Yeah, Bobby. We heard. I don't blame him. So, yeah, I may just looking at it. I know me and Phil are going to have our show. Maybe we can do it a little earlier because I'd like to possibly stream the Houston-Indianapolis game on Saturday night. So maybe I can have Phil do the show at 7. And that's what I'm going to ask him if he can do that for me. And then Sunday, we got the 1 o'clock games. You got Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cincinnati was eliminated, I believe. Were they eliminated? Do we know? Let me see here.
Who's that?
Cleveland. Were they eliminated?
Cleveland, they were in the playoffs.
Not Cleveland, Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, Cincinnati's done.
Yeah, so that game's crap. Minnesota at Detroit, I think that's I don't know.
Minnesota, they're trying to make a last push before. Okay. I mean, they're eliminated, but if they win, there's a chance they could get in. So
okay, I got
that might be a decent game.
That's a 1 o'clock game. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Obviously, Jacksonville needs to win. That's an interdivisional game, so that'll be interesting. You got the New York Jets at New England. That's crap. Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans still has. I mean, they need a win and some help. Obviously, they would need Green Bay to lose. Tampa at Carolina again. I think Carolina. I guess they'll give it the old college try, but I expect Tampa to win. So the only 1 o'clock game I really care about would be, I guess, a Jacksonville, Tennessee, Minnesota, Detroit. So I don't know that I would stream at 1 o'clock. I think I might just come in. Maybe I'll come in at halftime or something of the 1 o'clock games, finish them out, then go right into the Cowboy game. Because we got 4 o'clock is good. Chicago at Green Bay, 4:25. That's a good game. And we'll be able to get a little early look at Green Bay. Rhonda Lovely with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Teams with high losses are hungry to keep others from getting the Super Bowl. Dirty sucks. Dirty suckers. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Rhonda. And I did watch that Vincent Price stream you had the other night. It was cool. I had it on in the background. Let's see, Denver and Vegas. Meh. You got Philly at the Giants. What's going to happen with Philly? Are they going to bounce back? It should be interesting. Blake Brider. Mark Holmes is in the house. He's here. He's in and out, man. He's probably in the wood shop or something.
Well, he said something like he was cooking up some shoulders. He had to get some food ready because there's going to be snow Saturday.
Yeah, so. He's cooking up some shoulders. You got Seattle and Arizona. Obviously, we care a lot about the Dallas at Washington. I still got my eye out on Los Angeles at San Fran. I want to see what the Rams do. I expect the Rams to win.
The Rams got something to play for because we could end up playing the Rams.
Yeah, exactly. And Buffalo and Miami is big. Jason Renfro, shout out for the $2 super chat. How you feel if we I want him out of Detroit. The Detroit one technique. Yes. If he's available, I'll take Bugs. Yes, absolutely. Detroit's got this mammoth guy that. What happened? He's on the practice squad. He was just released. He's got to clear waivers. There's another one tech we could possibly get. Yeah. I haven't seen that in a long time, Rhonda. But here's the deal. The Niners are, they got the bye already. They're not going to play nobody this week. I understand, but that's a long time to go to then have to play a team like Loyal's saying, whether it's the Rams or like a team like that knows you, that's going to come in just having all like riding sky high. That's a tough place, man. I could see some issues, Loyal, with the Niners in that first game. I just do. I think they could choke. Brian, it's supposed to snow or rain a Sunday in Washington.
Does it?
I thought I saw like a change.
Well, I seen Mark put a post up earlier saying that it's supposed to snow Saturday.
Yeah,
and be nice on Sunday.
My weather changed here. We were supposed to get a snowstorm here, and now it's kind of going to avoid us. But let me punch it in, Landover, Maryland, because that's where it's at. Landover, Maryland. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it's changed. So I'm not trying to scare anybody away here, but Saturday it's cloudy with rain and snow in the morning, changing to all rain in the afternoon. Sunday, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day. So by 4:25, you should be good. High of 46. So that's not horrible.
Well, Mark was also saying too that this year, I guess over there, they're not allowing them to tailgate through the game. They're saying that they could tailgate before the game, but once the game starts, everyone has to go in.
What was happening is, what was happening was, usually it was Mark's wife and whoever else that was helping with the tailgate would stay back. And anybody in the parking lot. Listen, if you want to pay your $50 to stay in the parking lot, you should be allowed to do that. I don't like that rule because, me and Mark talked about it possibly going, if Dallas made it to the Super Bowl, going out to Vegas and not necessarily going in the game, but, just finding just tailgating. And then, like here in Philly, everybody's got TVs. You can stay in the whole, like in the parking lot. You pay your money. Why do you have to leave? It makes no sense to me. I don't like that. It's not fair. What's up, Lord Nova? You ready or what, man? Things are working out.
Hey, what's up, Lord Nova?
But, hey, listen, Rhonda, we got warm weather in the Dome, so let's go out this week, deal with it. You kick some ass at Sunday at 4:25 and guarantee us 2 home games. And I said yes, 2, because we win in the first one. Connor Fields, I haven't seen you here before. How you doing, buddy? This is a sports channel, first time visiting. Yeah, it's a sports channel. This is a Cowboy excuse me. This is a Cowboy Central channel. I'm from the South Jersey area. Loyal's from Ohio, so we're both Cowboy fans, but I do talk Eagles because a lot of my subscribers are Eagle fans. Lord Nova is also a neighbor of mine. He's a Cowboy fan. We deal with it. So what is his question? Shout out to Coyote. Need to be chilling on the sideline by the 4th. Exactly. We need the handshakes at halftime would be perfect. Handshakes at halftime and let some of the young guys play. But, I'll be curious to see who is the backup quarterback on Saturday. I wonder if they make a change or if they leave Cooper Rush. What would you do with that, Loyal? Would you put in anybody else, or do you just stick with?
I want to see what Trey Lance has.
Even though, what if it's a close game and God forbid Dak, God forbid he gets nicked up and they want to be cautious, and we're still trying to win the game. We don't know what Washington's going to do. Would you take that chance? Because, then Cooper Rush can only come in if Lance gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like to see what Lance has.
Yeah.
I think the main reason they signed him is because I think they're going to use him as trade bait. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Which is smart because, you look at what we've done to draft the past. I mean, besides the class of Micah Parsons, all them, we haven't really done nothing. So, I mean, it would be to our advantage that we could maybe jump in front of somebody to get a pick, and we say, "Hey, we'll give you Trey Lance," because a lot of other teams got interest in Trey Lance. So I thought about it real hard, and at first I was like, "Why are we signing a quarterback?" But now it's like, okay, draft time might work out to our favor.
Yeah. Connor Fields making it. Connor Fields, who's your team? Don't have one. Yeah, it's a sports channel, man. But thanks for stopping by, man. Only if the game is out of hand. Listen, Thomas, I expect the Dallas game, assuming you're talking about that, you're going to a good game. You're going to have a blast. They said Sam Howell is starting for Washington. They will be looking to upset us, in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't matter, Brad. The only thing that's scary about Washington is Allen and who's the other big defensive tackle in the middle? I can't think of his name, Loyal, but you know what I'm talking about. The Washington. Thomas Garrett. Who's the other defensive tackle that we got to worry about in Washington? Those are the only two. Dak, this is the same team that Dak put close to 400 yards passing on against. And you saw that Tony Pollard had a big day on Thanksgiving against Washington.
They'll feast on Sam Howell. I predict that Bland
aren't great.
I predict Bland will get a pick in this game.
I just think that we're going to be sky high. If we don't, then it is what it is. But yeah. So, Deron Payne, of course. Thank you. Yeah. So, thank you, Rhonda. So that's basically, not Mike. Yeah. Oh, I will say his name ain't Mike Payne. No, I know what you mean, Mike Aldana. But yeah, that's it. We just gotta. It'll be, Loyal. I'm curious to see if Tyler Smith is able to play. They are going to take him. Yeah, it's Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. That's who I was thinking about. I knew Allen.
I wouldn't play him. Honestly,
but against those two guys, here's the deal, Loyal. You can't re-injure it. It's just a pain thing. He's going to test it Sunday morning. I think you need to make him active, and then maybe start Bass. Then you can't go with just Bass, but I guess you can if you got Edoga. I guess you can. I think it's an opportunity as long as he can test it. I think it's an opportunity to play him because he's going to have some pain in the playoff with it. So it's an opportunity to get it out of the way and see how you do. But again, that's just me. I don't want to see us, God forbid, like teams like Washington do stupid shit when they're out of it and they don't care about nothing. They want to ruin our season. That would make them nothing better than to knock Dak Prescott out. And without Tyler Smith, it's a little sketchy. But TJ Bass has been playing good, so I'll give you that.
Well, the Lions got a way better defense than Washington. So if he's capable of coming in and playing as good as he did.
It's just a matchup thing, though, with those two big boys. That's the only thing. I think that would be sketch, but I agree. Lions have a better defense, but not so much two big interior guys like that. To me, that's all they have. I know they lost Gibson on offense. I'm not really worried about their offense. I just think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be real good. Please, God forbid. Let's just be positive, man. Let's just be positive. Although, if Washington loses, don't they get the second pick? Brad, if I'm the owner of Washington, I'm telling them, you're losing. I'm bringing in the head coach, Ron Rivera. Say, Ron, we're moving on. We're going to do this with class. We didn't want to fire you in the regular season. We have to make a lot of changes. We're moving on. We're losing this game. And if he's not on board, then I get rid of him before the freaking game and just go to whoever and tell them the same thing. Say, you're coaching today, you're not winning. Yeah,
they already said they're going to get rid of him. They said that, he's done after this season.
Yeah, I would deactivate some players and You let her, I just think you risk too much by winning the game. Whether you like Sam Howell or not, I think their actions have showed you they don't believe he's the future.
They'll go after Caleb Williams if the Bears don't.
Well, Caleb Williams is going to drop now because that Washington quarterback may go number 1 now. That's how good he's looking. So if they end up with Caleb Williams, that would be unbelievable for Washington. You can't be locked into anybody.
So do you think let me ask you this, do you think the Bears will get rid of Justin Fields, or do you think they'll draft another quarterback?
I think they're going to draft another quarterback. So I don't know that they're getting rid of him, but I think they're going to draft another quarterback. If I had to guess, but I'm not in that room, so I don't know. But if I had to guess, they're going to keep firing their bullets. I mean, Fields has to. He's a good runner. He just needs to become he needs more time. He reminds me a lot of Trey Lance, where he's athletic. He could really be good, but he just needs more seasoning. So, I think they go quarterback there. I really do. Interesting enough, you bring up that the Cardinals have come out and said Kyler Murray is their quarterback of the future. So, I thought that was
old Krabs.
Yeah.
Crab legs.
Well,
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, Krabs stepped up big time for us. He's a Frisco kid, and he always seems to play good against Dallas. Well, he gave us a solid last Sunday, I'll tell you that. Brad Harris says, no matter what, we just need to win the game and get 2 home games. Exactly. Elena Walker says, Washington coming to play the division is always a game to be played. Exactly, Elena. We can't take nothing for granted. Thomas Garrett, think they're going after Caleb Williams. You got to remember he's a Washington native. I did not know that. That's why Thomas is always good to have in a chat. He always got my back with all the good information. But yes, man. That's the move, Thomas. They need to lose the game. How many times have we been on the other side of that, Loyal, where we needed a team to lose? Or like we needed a team like Washington to beat a team like the Eagles, and they bench everybody and shit the bed. And like last year, it was a joke. Nobody, like the Giants, did us no favors. So, everybody said, oh, that's not fair. You want them not to play people. That's what you have to do as an organization. If I was a Washington Commander fan and my team won, kind of like what the Eagles did a few years ago, they were dumbasses. You don't win the game. You suck it up. Because once the draft comes around, by losing that game, you probably increase your standing 5 to 7 picks in the draft. It's huge. So, speaking of the draft, didn't you say you were thinking about going to the draft this year?
Yeah, I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm going to try to. It's only 3 hours for me.
If it's only 3 hours, then again, yeah. Well, that's almost as close as Canton was. Almost. That's about 2 hours, right? So, Eagles are last year's Cowboys. Well, we'll see, Coyote. I hope we're last year's Eagles. How's that? Except we get to listen. I'll worry about the Super Bowl when we get there. Eagles are last year's Vikings. Lord Nova, yeah, right.
Damn.
Listen, man, it's going to be fun. It's only Thursday. Just a real quick shout out. Everything's behind me as far as my father-in-law. I appreciate everybody reaching out. Thomas Garrett, they was going to the draft. Okay, yeah, and stayed at USC for another year. I got you. So I don't blame him for staying, but obviously it didn't help him as far as his standing because he would have been 1 last year probably, right? So now this year, I don't think he's going 1. Not that it really matters, but it does money-wise. Excuse me. So, Thomas, are you flying or driving? My guess is you're probably driving. Lori Delph, Packers won a meaningless game years ago and fell a spot, and we took Aikman. They got Mandarich. That's an awesome a comment right there. Think about that. They won a meaningless game. We ended up with Aikman. They got steroid user Tony Mandarich. That's crazy. You remember Tony Mandaritz, Loyal?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Eagles are the Eagles. We still have a winning season. Absolutely, and Elena. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think the Giants are. I mean,
I was wrong about the Giants. Cheers.
The Giants, they're probably looking at a player like Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in.
That would be good for them.
And they need a receiver bad. So I mean, they just paid Danny Pennies all that money. So I don't think they're really going to put a lot of effort in trying to win this game.
Yeah,
especially now.
Yeah. Shout out to the 45 people in here hanging out with us. Anything you want to talk about, Loyal? I mean, we got a full house in here. I mean, they're obviously ready to go this weekend. Well, here, let's talk about this. Raven, here we go. Isaiah Buggs signs with Chiefs practice squad. So he's not coming to Dallas. So whoever brought that up. The Lions waived defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs earlier this week. He didn't have a long wait to find a new home. Buggs is signing with the Chiefs practice squad. Buggs has 12 tackles, a fumble recovery, and he passed defense in 10 appearances this season.
Yeah, he signed with the Ravens, Joe.
Yeah. He gone. He gone too. Mandarit's just a flash in the pan. Well, Mandaritz was the incredible shrinking man. Me and my cousin changed our mind last minute. That will save. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it's a big money saver. Ravens officially rule out 6 players, including Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham. So they're not winning the game. The Ravens, they're not. So it's, you know what I mean? They're doing it the right way. They're not going to win the damn game. So, I don't blame the Ravens. You got Trevor Lawrence remains limited. So, but I think they're going to go with Trevor Lawrence to win that big game. I think you have to. It says here, CeeDee Lamb wants to be the highest receiver in the NFL after winning the Super Bowl. Come on now, you got to love that, right? I mean, pay that man his money. So, let's see. After that, then we'll be talking. Lamb added that he's currently focusing on helping the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. I'm just liking what I'm hearing, man. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle out of practice, so Miami's hurting right now. They lost Bradley Chubb, their unbelievable defensive end. As much as I loved Miami, what did Philly lose his mind about now, or is this in general? But yeah, so that's about all I have. Anything you want to add there, Loyal Cowboy?
You covered it all.
Yeah, I think we got it all, man. I appreciate everybody. Tomorrow is Friday. I got to get some stuff done outside here before the weather comes in. I will do a stream probably about the same time tomorrow, around 5 o'clock. It seemed like it was a hot time views-wise. Got close to 50 people in here. Thank you. If everybody could hit the like button for me, I would really appreciate it. And like I said, we will be back. I'll always extend Loyal the opportunity. If he's not working, he'll be back with me. And
Sunday?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. I might jump on.
Yeah. What's up, Fuse 3? You're always coming in late, my man. Make sure you watch it on replay. I will talk to everybody later. Thomas Garrett, please be careful driving. And I will talk to everybody later. See you, Brad.